Welcome to Two Birds, One Show on the BGSE Network at 10 p.m. Eastern every Thursday night. We are DeeTer and RicT, and we talk about Philly sports and craft beer.
Hey, how's it going? This is DeeTer and Ricky, Two Birds, One Show. Thanks to my buddy Vince that did an audio intro, and my buddy Brian that came up with the little guitar riff and everything. Thank you guys for helping us out.
Well, sorry, I'm jamming out some fucking Pink Floyd, dude. Another brick in the wall, dude. And listen, I'm not complaining about it. I've been hearing Floyd all week. Like some weeks you just run this and you just keep hearing a band, and I'm all right with it, man. A lot of Pink Floyd playing this week for me.
Nicole says hi, and Ant says hi. How's it going out there, guys? Thanks for watching the show. So if you're new to the show, we talk about craft beer, we talk about first beer, we'll dive into some sports, and then we'll talk about our second beer, and then finish off with some sports. So tonight, I'm going with other half. I had it a couple of days ago. I think a couple of shows ago. Tens of hundreds, and
nice.
With a little bit of time, man, it's way better. I think it was a little hot coming out.
A little green.
The first, yeah, a little green. Oh my god, yeah! Now it's so nice and mellow.
Nice. I love when that happens with a beer, like especially if you have more than one. Like you try and you're like, oh man, that's kind of disappointing. But then you're like a week or two later, trying like, oh nice, fucking yeah. So I got a crowler of a Troon beer in there, and shout out to my buddy Billy who I work with who hooked me up with it. And I was going to drink it tonight on the show, but then a lot of times like Troon beers, it kind of need to settle a little bit. What happened?
Ant said he's here to learn sports. Thanks, Ant.
So instead of having the Troon Crowler tonight, I saved it for next week because I figured it would probably be a little green.
Yeah,
a lot of times Troon beers are.
Yeah, they are, and they hold up a long time.
They do.
Too, man.
Listen, they hold up really long for being IPAs, longer than most.
Yeah, especially like a Crowler. Like they have it down, dude. Because my boss Tony, he had one sitting in the fridge for a couple months, man. And it was awesome. So I'm surprised about that. Oh, here we got an update here. Drinking fuzzy mackerel from Evergreen. Okay.
Shout out to Ant, man. He drinks a lot of Evergreen. That's good brewery. And
then we have Greg here. Howdy. How's it going?
Yo. What up, Greg? So tonight I'm going with, and I got a mixed 4-pack of this brewery last week or whatever, and I was going to sell 2 of them, make some of the money back because they're expensive. This is, but it's so good. I'm like, I'm just going to drink them. So you don't often come by beer this good. So this is RAR.
Oh, nice.
With Hop Isolation Project Matueka hop, which I'm a huge fan of Matueka. And DeeTer, let me tell you something. We both drink a lot of really good beers up there, but this is some of the best IPA I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Ever.
RAR,
Ever.
I've had their stuff in the past.
If you look at my Untapped,
it's been a while.
I've had, seriously, I'm not, but like 7,000 IPAs. This is one of the best ones I've ever had. Everything they've been doing for the last 2 months. I don't know what happened, what magic beans they found, but my good, I mean, look at this fucking thing.
Nice. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I mean, dude, the body, the nose, the color, the taste. I mean, that's like a hoppy mojito milkshake. You get some of that lemon zest, that lime zest, just passion fruit. That is, I mean, and I'm sorry, I feel like I'm like pumping up, but I gotta say,
it's cool.
When I
looks nice too.
When I run into one this good, I'm
nice. We got Greg here. He says he's having a Kettle One and Chaser. There we go.
The big cat. He was in there drinking Kettle One at my bar earlier.
Great night by phenomenal people. My buddy Joe. Hey, how's it going?
Yo, Joe. Was that your buddy, the Giants fan, that was on recently?
No, that's Tommy. That's New York Tom.
Shout out to Tom. Awesome. I forget who it was. Me and either Ant or Greg, who have been in this week. We're talking. What a cool dude, man. He's welcome on the show anytime. Just a cool cat.
Yeah.
Right? Most Giants fans are fucking jerk offs. But then he was a cool dude.
Yeah, he was my best friend on the Kitty Hawk, man. Me and him, we were together for maybe 2.5 years or something like that. And I lived with him out in town and everything. It was a fun time, man.
Cool cat. Man.
But yeah, he's good with sports and all.
But
and
fuck the Giants, though.
Yeah, he watches wrestling. So I talked to him about wrestling once in a while. He plays video games with me and such. So he's a good dude.
You going to that wrestling event tomorrow? Oh, by the way, I'm Rick. That's DeeTer, and you're watching Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators.
Nice. Yeah, I made a banner up for them too. Here it
nice.
is.
Are you going tomorrow?
Watchdog Wrestling on YouTube. It's Saturday. It's Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I keep thinking today's Friday. All day I've been doing it.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, man. Yeah, today's Thursday. But yeah, it's Saturday at 10 a.m. I asked Jeff about it, but Saturday is like WrestleMania. And they have events all day on Saturday because NXT is going to be on earlier today. And I know Jeff's going to be making ribs and burgers and hot dogs. So I don't know if we'll be able to get to it, but we'll try.
Well, I think the event, I don't know, is it like 10 to 5 or something? I talked to Lawrence Sarconi. I don't know if the wrestlers, I'm going to talk to my Uncle Al and find out. But like I said, I can't get there at 10. My boys got baseball. We got haircuts and stuff. So I'll get there later in the afternoon. But I think we're going to be there.
Well, let me know if you're there. I said, I know Jeff is making ribs and all. So if you want to stop by there, grab some grub or something like that.
But yeah, so back into the beer. I can't say how impressed I am with what RAR is doing. And you were saying too, I agree. Back in the day, RAR was good, nothing great. I never went out of my way to get them. I never would consider going to brewery, but I don't know if it's because they hired that head brewer from Corporate Ladder Brewing or what. But they're kind of not changing the IPA game, but they're calling these hop saturated.
Sorry, people, my sinus
has
been killing me today, man.
Hey, dude, I know what you're going through, brother. So they're calling their beers now hop saturated. It's not a style, but on top of the New England IPA styles, I guess it's a way they're brewing it. They're calling it hop saturation, and it's
double dry hop. Or carton use Whirlpool edition. Right. Everybody wants to brand it their own thing.
Even with the dog we said back in the day with the 60-minute and 90-minute and 120.
Yeah.
And so on. But
they have different things, cryo, resin,
pellets, wet hop,
Right. There's all sorts of ways of going about it. IPA is a hoppy beer in general, so you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, listen, I'm pro hops, dude.
I got a couple more comments here. Nicole said something about your nephew. Shout out to amazing nephew. Oh, Luke is starting pitching.
Yeah, we're not. We'll not. I don't put my family up on the internet. So thanks. That's cool. Thanks.
All right. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
She put it up.
Yeah, the intraweb's a scary place. I don't.
And we got a conflict of radio.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, Rick.
Mike does Conflict Radio. He's a good friend of mine. We go way back from the years at the Hob. Coolest dude, man. Check out his podcast. He's got upwards of 50, 60,000 followers. It's all about, like the shit I'm into too, conspiracy theories, whatever it may be. It spans all over. Check it out, Conflict Radio. Nikki, if you're watching, I think that's a podcast you would love if you're not already following it already.
Yeah, and thank you for the people commenting out there. Let us know what you're drinking and all. Very cool.
Much
Thanks, guys. He said when he goes back down to Raw this weekend, he said he'll pick you up something.
Thanks, bro. I much appreciate. I'll trade you some Treehouse or something for it.
That's cool. Thanks, Ant.
Yeah, good looking out, man.
Well, that's the beers we're drinking tonight. Cheers, guys.
And I'll tell you, what's the ABV on yours?
Oh, I think it's like 8 or so.
Yeah, this is an 8.5er, dude, and it's drinking like a fucking session beer, dude.
Yeah, it's either 8 or 7. I know that. I can't see it too well. Let's dive into some sports.
Yeah. Well, I want to say this too.
Okay, go ahead.
I know we're the week leading up to the draft. So by the time we do the show next week, the draft will have already started, and and be midway through the first round. So this week's show, if anybody's watching, I'm a big draft Nick. I follow a ton of college football. I love this time of year. I should have been an NFL scout or a front office person because I'm fascinated. So I wrote down a list of 10 guys that I would love to see the Eagles take with one of their first 3 picks. And we'll see next week and the following week if any of it played out when they went on a team. A couple of these guys I've named in past weeks and people I was looking for the Eagles that they worked out, and I would like to bring them in. So throughout the show here and there, I'll just throw some players out there that I think the Eagles might have interested in the first 3 rounds.
All right. Looks like we have a Cowboys fan here. Dak on to start. Oh man, how do we get Cowboys and Giants fans on this show?
Everybody's welcome, dude. Everybody's welcome.
Golly, right, man.
So at pick 32, where the Eagles have, because we're Super Bowl champions. What did you say? I said because we're Super Bowl champions. No, I said because we're Super Bowl champions. So we're at pick 32.
I put the little Eagle promos with the trophies, the crowns or whatever. It's so good, dude.
Yeah, it's great. So my first,
it's a little shout to the other guys on our network. You know what I mean?
Well, listen, when you win the world championship, you deserve it. Right. It's the fruits of our labor. We did it. So, first player I'm going to talk about, I brought him up in past shows, not just because he's a Michigan guy. Everybody knows I'm a University of Michigan fan. Is Kenny Grant, the D tackle, 6'3", 340, dude. Great athleticism for how big he is. He's a great pass rusher, even though he can play that nose position. Was it 27 pressures this past year at Michigan, which is huge for a D tackle, nose tackle. So Kenny Grant, will he be there at pick 32? I don't know. Maybe not. You might have to trade up a few spots to get him, but we have 20 picks over the next 2 seasons, so we do have collateral to spend. I don't even know if I'm using the right word, but
well, I got up a mock draft here, and they have 32 pick defensive tackle. After losing Milton Williams.
Yeah, who do they have us picking?
Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss.
Yeah. So that was my second person I was going to name tonight. I got it right. I think I brought him up on past shows, and I also shout out to Phil Stifle, who does Trending the AM, all about Philly sports on the STT network on YouTube. Great, good, awesome show. I watch whenever I can. I brought Walter Nolan's name up on his show. He's from Ole Miss, dude. He's a big guy, not quite as big as Kenny Grant. But he's explosive. He's got that great first step. He's disruptive in the pass rush, but can still play the run, even though he's a little smaller. He's got a high motor. I mean, he's got some Brandon Graham in him. I like Walter Nolan a lot. Like I said, now we said him and Kenny Grant, both D tackles. If anybody's wondering, thinking, hey, Rick, what do you think the Eagles are taking their first pick? You can notice now. I think D tackle. I think it should be D tackle, but I have a bunch down because anywhere on the lines.
They have their backup is Drazan Newton out of Illinois.
Yeah.
So
not his biggest fan, but teach their own.
Yeah. Well, after losing a couple guys on the defensive line, we need to pick somebody up.
Right. When you hear my 10 picks I wrote down that I'm hoping for in the first 3 rounds, they're almost all defense. Kenny Grant's a D tackle. Walter Nolan's a D tackle. My third one is another. It's Tyleik Williams from Ohio State, even though fuck the Buckeyes. 6'2", 290. Good speed and agility. He's a good defender. 6'2", 290. A little bit smaller than Kenny Grant and Walter Nolan, but he's almost like a Milton Williams-esque type player I would compare him to. So he's another guy. I think the first 2 guys I named, I think, are definitely going to be first rounders. Tyleik Williams probably will be too, as it's a very deep D tackle draft. But he could be there late. You might not even need to trade up to get him. So we'll see. Third, we move from D tackle over to D end. Pass rusher James Pierce out of University of Tennessee, who I'm a huge fan of. Speaking of the show I was just talking about, I've been putting it on their show the last couple of weeks. James Pierce out of Tennessee, 6'5", 243. Dude, guy's an elite athlete, dude. Just fucking a great speed and agility. He's explosive. He's got a long frame. And he's good in coverage when asked to drop back too. So whereas I think we need D tackle help, I think we also need edge rusher help to add to the rotation. Nolan Smith, and Jalix Hunt. You know what I mean? And Bryce Huff, who everybody I know already's given up on him. The typical Philly boo-ha. I still think Bryce Huff is going to be a player that contributes on this team off the edge. So I think add James Pierce to the rotation would be a good fit. And I think he might be there around 32. You might have to trade up a couple slots, maybe even 10.
Yeah, they have another edge from Texas A&M, Shamar Stewart or something like that.
Yeah, he's a good player.
But yeah, I mean, they're saying the same thing: defensive tackle and edge.
Yeah, my most picked, I have D tackle. I got edge. I mean, really, and then I go on the offensive line because I feel like offensive line's a position, especially tackle, we're going to be looking at in the draft.
We say it all the time, man. It starts in the trenches. That's where it starts.
You win wars in the trenches. You win, and Howie knows that's what I love about him. I'm going to throw out one of the tackles I have on here because, by the way, and Lane Johnson even talked about it. Lane signed a 1-year extension this year. So at least him this year and next year are probably Lane Johnson's last 2 years. So he even said what they did with Jason Kelsey when they drafted Cam Jurgens, he's going to help handpick him and then groom him to be his own replacement, like Kelsey did with Jurgens. And I think a guy you might see with that is I brought him up before.
You know what? These Eagle players are such.
That's how you know Philly runs a good organization. That's good culture.
They're thinking of the future for this team.
Yes, because this team took care of them. This team said, "Look, I'm going to pay you and your family really well, and for a great life," and they give back. That's why Philly does it right, at least in this sport. The
conflict
Eagles do it right.
Hit you up again. Hey, Rick, who you think the Giants are taking at 3?
Well, if you saw last week when Dieter's buddy was on the Giants fan, I said if I were the Giants, I would take Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, but because they're the Giants, they won't. Oh. They're the Cleveland Browns of the Northeast. I'm sorry, Mike. I love you to death, but that's what they've become. And knowing they should take Shedeur Sanders, they probably won't. But we'll see. If they do, then kudos to you because I think the kid's a good young quarterback. And not so I was bringing up Charles Grant as a Lane Johnson type replacement from a smaller school, William and Mary. 6'4", 300 pounds. He's really great in the zone blocking scheme. He's really quick. He can pull, he can trap. So I think he's a great run blocking right tackle to replace Lane. And I think this guy might be around the 3rd round, maybe late 2nd, but you might be able to give him the 3rd. So keep an eye out for Charles Grant. Imagine if they got my first pick, Kenny Grant out of Michigan, and then Charles Grant, and then you got the Grant boys.
Hey, that's all right.
Listen,
yeah, man. Yeah, so it makes itself. Has his own name right there.
You know what's crazy, Dieter, is who I really want is Mason Graham, right? The D tackle out of Michigan. Look at this. He's what number he wears? 55. You know what Brandon Graham wore? 55. Mason Graham replaces Brandon Graham, both from the University of Michigan. Dude, how poetic justice would that be? I would love it, but he's going to go top 10. So unless Howie makes some major poker move and jumps in the top 10 and gets Mason Graham, which I highly doubt, but that would be a cool connection. I love synergy. You know what I mean? Shit, that's what I was talking about, the Grants,
They want, hold on. Ant's got something here. It's like book.
Go ahead, read it. I got a drink.
They want Dallas Goedert to take a pay cut, so they're not looking for a replacement. So,
actually, Ant, good point. I was just going to bring that up because you did not start hearing that until today. The Eagles PR department released that. I want to keep Dallas Goedert. I'm a big Dallas Goedert fan, and I hope they do.
Though, man.
I was just going to say that, but listen, you can't make the club in the tub. The guy's missing too many games every year, and he's due $13 million, I think, this year, and his next year cap is like 21. The Eagles are saying, "Listen, you got to take a pay cut. You got to go."
Yeah,
not in this draft. This is a deep tight end draft.
I like the guy. Awesome.
I do too.
You know what I mean? Big stud of a player when he's healthy.
He's a beast, dude. But he misses too many games. Yeah, so if he's willing to take a pay cut, yes. keep him. But listen, he might take a pay cut. The Eagles might keep him, and you might still you will still draft another tight end, because think about when they drafted Dallas Goedert, who was still here, Zach Ertz. Yeah. And they played together for 3 years. Listen, it's smart to have two tight ends. Listen, Ant, they're still going to take a tight end this draft. I guarantee it, within the first 3 rounds.
Where's Zach Ertz play? Did he sign back up with the Eagles?
He signed with Washington again. He's playing again.
Washington again? Oh,
yeah, wow. I know. I love Zach Ertz, dude. That's one of my all-time favorite Eagles, dude. I
thought he was coming back to the Eagles. I heard like a rumor.
No, I wish. I wish. No, he re-signed Washington for 1 more year, man. Zach Ertz is one of all-time Eagles, dude.
Hey, man, he had a good year last year. He was doing pretty solid.
And he did good against us. I know. Yeah. I wish he would have came back to Washington. I don't want to see him twice a year.
Yeah.
And I can't ever root against him. Dude, Zach Ertz is people don't realize he's a big reason the Eagles won that first Super Bowl. That dude had a fucking monster game. What, dude, you can almost say for a non-quarterback, best game in Super Bowl history. I mean, look at the level of what he did. Even the 4th down catch. Listen, people don't realize he doesn't get that 4th down catch. That game's we end up losing that game. On top of that, he gets
touchdown pass where he rolled over with it.
Yes, right? Remember? Well, it broke the play and then bounced out and he recaught it, and and everybody's like, it was a touch. I mean, listen, he had a phenomenal. I'll forever be a Zach Ertz fan. I can't root against the fucking guy. And that's why it sucks he's in our division, because twice a year we got to fucking play these guys.
Yeah, they were tough last year too, man.
Oh, dude, Washington's really good and up and coming, dude. It's going to be fucking a dogfight for the next 5, 6, 7 years. Even more for this team. And even like think about it. Even if Jalen Hurts gets hurt, which is inevitable, I think we have the next Tom Brady waiting in the wings. And people are like, you're crazy. No. Record this.
Wow.
Tanner McKee.
I don't want to see Hurts get hurt. I don't either. But
it's inevitable. Think about it. Do you know any quarterback? Name one quarterback.
Pretty strong, dude.
Name one quarterback that's never gotten hurt, like out for the year, like a torn ACL. Name one. All of them. And listen, I love Hurts. I'd never hope for an injury. I love Hurts. He's one of my all-time favorite Eagles. But I'm saying if he does, we have the backup that could probably still win us some Super Bowls. All I'm saying, I hope Hurts stays healthy. I love the dude. You know, probably he's the Michael Jordan, I think, right now of the NFL. So I love Hurts. I don't want him to get hurt, but my point is, I think if he does, I think all is not lost. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, Ant's got Zach Quinton Essential. So much he did for Philadelphia.
Okay. Yeah, him and his wife, all the charity they did, man. I mean, they did, seriously. You talk about charitable families in Philadelphia sports team history. The Ertzes have done more for charity than almost anybody. They're good people, man, and much respect to them. Man. I think I got to go for beer, too. What time is it?
I'm not getting close to that.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, man, I'm almost there. My sinuses are killing me tonight.
Man. I could tell, dude. I just went through that 2 weeks ago. I'm still trying to get over this fucking thing. This thing's hanging like a fucking wet blanket on me.
It was hot outside. I was working outside, and all of a sudden, it's like cold now. It's like 40 degrees outside.
Even at work today, I came in. Dude. I had my fucking hoodie on when I came in. I took it off, put it back on, took it off, put it back. There's 7 fucking times I'm putting it on, taking it off. I'm like, make up your mind. Just give me within a 4-degree temperature.
Well, let's see what's in Ricky's fridge.
Yeah, it's not much, dude. Not this week.
What's in your fridge?
Well, there it is. There it is.
What's in your fridge?
Little
tree house. Maybe some
I'm going to Ricky rant too, because before it's all said and done, and like I said, I sent shout out to my buddy Phil who does his show. But I will say this, and this is all with all due respect to Phil. He's one of the great ones in the game, in the sports talk game. Nothing but respect. But I will say this on his show. It is very much a Phillies kind of bash. And I don't get it.
Really?
Huh. Yeah, and listen, it's fan speaking. I do the same thing. I'm not right. They're not right. We all just talk. But a lot on that show, there's a lot of down on the Phillies. And I'm like, geez, it's April. It's April. This is what April baseball looks like. I think sometimes in this town, sometimes in this town, we have the football mentality where we take every fucking game so personal, and I get it. But listen, this is football season. See that? You can't. That's baseball season. It's 17 to 162, almost 180. If there's ever a lesson in life, that's hard is to practice patience. Patience is hard to practice. I have a hard time practicing right now in my life, but you have to have patience in the game of baseball in every single aspect. It's just that's what it is. Baseball equals patience. And I think sometimes people get too much in that football mentality here where it's like, oh my God, we fucking won. Yes, we lost. Guess what? We're probably going to lose 60 to 65 more of them. So don't get so caught up on it. It's the marathon, not a sprint.
And on that note,
I was a Ricky rant.
Get my music all mixed up here. Yeah, I had it in a row. But now I got my new intro.
I was going to say too, I think my gummy's just kicking in right now. Oh yeah, it is. I can feel that fucker. Next beer.
I have my new intro, so that moved everything else down. You know what I mean? So it's all like I'll get it down, people.
As my boy Mike Rose said, Hercules. Shout out to Rosier.
Nice.
He asked me, yo, where's Jeter at? He calls you Jeter.
I was there last week.
Yeah, Rick. You were. At least you saw Aaron. Real quick, what'd you get on your second beer?
I'm not there yet. I got a little sip.
Oh.
Did you drink the black stack beers I gave you? Did you like them?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Dude,
okay.
Not yet. I actually, one of you I think it's like a 5 or 6%, so I'll probably drink it tonight when we get done because I'll probably have at least 3 fucking double IPAs on this show. Only time a week that I'll ever have this amount of beers in this short amount of time. Like,
yeah,
the beers just flow on this show. That's how you know it's fucking time well spent. So I'm going with one of my all-time favorite breweries out of Boston, Trillium, with double dry hop Congress Street.
Oh man, that's a great one,
it's a classic, dude. This is Trillium's version of Treehouse Green. The Galaxy hops in this thing are evident everywhere. I mean, there's guava all day, passion fruit. I mean, it's slightly earthy. This is just this is Trillium's version of green.
Yeah. Yeah, a few classics is Congressional Street, Melcher Street,
Congress.
And
that's this.
Congress Street. And what's the other one? Fort Point. Fort Point's awesome too, man.
Well, double dry hop Fort Point Pale Ale. I used to say back in the day, it might be the best pale ale in the world. It is fucking phenomenal.
Pretty good, man.
As far as pale ales go, it's and you don't even need to tinker with it and add, peach or do it with another. I mean, just a straight double dry hop Fort Point is fucking one of the best pale ales in the game.
Okay, so we're
wish I could get it at Acme,
Get close to halfway, so let's do some.
I can't.
Watch Dog Wrestling on YouTube, and then let's get our promos out here. Dubby All Natural Energy Drink. Promo code Big Game. Hit the QR code there.
It's good energy drink.
And then Puff Sip Chat. If you like cigars, promo code Big Game. Hit the QR code to get a monthly subscription for cigars on there. It's pretty neat. And then just our promos. Cheers.
Cheers. And like I said, I think we did the dog promo. I'm going to do it just one more time just because there are events tomorrow. I'm Rick. That's DeeTer. And you. I'm Rick. That's DeeTer. I'm DeeTer. I'm DeeTer. Also, you turned in Terry. You're like, I'm DeeTer. I come from the future. I come here to shoot people.
I got my second.
It's a joke. It's from Terminator.
Rained out. This guy's 9%. So.
Oh shit! Was that Black Stack?
No, New Trail, man.
Oh, nice.
Dude, New Trail makes some heavy hitters.
Great brewery, dude. Always. Yeah. They love to put out fucking 9%ers, dude. That's their fucking jam, dude.
Dude, and a 4-pack is like $16.99. It's
a great price for that, dude. I mean,
yeah, man. Where are you going to buy a 9% IPA
that's that good?
That's good, right?
Yeah.
I buy it all the time, man. Like whatever IPAs they put out.
Listen,
because they're a great brewery.
Every time DeeTer, my Conrad rep, comes in, shout out to my buddy Matt. every time he comes in, whatever neutral beer he has, he's like, Rick, I got neutral. I'm like, just bring it in every time. And it's rare I do that, but I do that with neutral. I do.
It's smart, dude.
Yeah, their beers fly off my handles, dude.
Yeah, my buddy Terry, who works with breweries in the PA.
It's a great website.
Yeah, and he was always getting me onto New Trail, and then I'm like, yeah, man, it was phenomenal. And he hooked me up with a Warwick Stout.
Nice.
So I'm going to be cracking probably Saturday for WrestleMania.
Nice. Give me a description on it. I want to hear what's in it. What type of stout is it? What's the ABV?
Bourbon barrel aged stout.
Nice.
Dude.
Nice.
It's a
and you know, if Warwick did it, it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah. Yep. Yes. Some beers will be flowing for WrestleMania.
Word up, cuz. As they should.
Yeah.
By the way, this beer is so fucking good. This is one of them Mount Rushmores of beer. I mean, this is just a phenomenal. When I bring up some of Trillium's best ever beers, this.
So we'll go over some quick sports. Well, Sixers season is over.
Finally,
I hear they're keeping the coach and the GM.
Yeah. Now, okay. I'm glad you brought this up. I don't mind keeping the coach. I'm glad they did, actually.
I like Nick Nurse.
Nick Nurse is a really, really great.
Listen,
Nick Nurse won a championship in this league.
Right.
And he beat the Sixers on the way to do it with Joel Embiid in his prime. Nick Nurse is a great coach. Daryl Morey, listen, I'm not sold on you, bro. I'm not sold on you. You made bad moves. You gotta go. Like that's on Harris, though. He's the owner. He's got to fire this fucking guy.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. And the way he talks down, like, oh, no big deal that we had.
He's a jackass, dude.
He's a jackass.
Exactly, he is. That's the best way. He's a fucking jackass.
Take some accountability, dude. That's right. It. You could be like, oh, was that season we wanted or whatever, something like that. But don't be like, well, hey, we'll get them next year.
Well,
it's just don't play like that, man.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. Like even going back, look at the James Harden the signing. Like you bring in James Harden, you should have went and made the deal to get fucking Halliburton from Sacramento, but you brought in Harden because he was your buddy. And that ended up fucking blowing up in your face. And then
that was awful.
It's just you get Paul George all that fucking money. Everybody knew Paul George was washed and he's done.
Yeah, good move on that.
Oh,
that was really great.
What did Paul George play this year? 19 games. 19 games. I mean, what are you making? Or is that what it is? Or if it's a more,
I know he was out a lot, man. But Jesus Christ, dude. It was bad. It was a bad year, man.
Anyway, it's behind us.
GM's gotta go, but
now we're on. It's behind us now. I'm not going to keep hating on them, but here's where you are now. Here's the sitch, as they say. Daryl Morey, should you choose to accept it, here's your mission. You better fucking hope that we fall in the top 6 in this lottery in 2 weeks. Because if it goes up to 7 or below, we lose that fucking pick. So that's number 1. So you better hope we get it. And if we do, don't flub this fucking pick. It's not often you get a top 5 or 6 pick. Don't fuck this up.
Get the biggest motherfucker out there, man. Because
just get the best player. Just get the best player. And
we got some good small players. We need a good big guy, dude.
I'm not worried about their stuff. Listen, the NBA's built on smaller players right now. But just get in there and don't fuck the pick up.
Embiid's on his last couple years, man. He's gone, dude.
No doubt. I would trade him for a fucking bag of fucking basketballs, man. He's got to go. But right now, nobody's going to take him. He's just missed almost the entire year with injury. He's making like $90 billion a year. You know what I mean? Who the fuck is going to take that contract? So what you need to hope for, though, is that somehow, some way, this knee surgery he gets done, he comes back and he's some semblance of himself. Because guess what? I got news for you, bro. If he is, he's still one of the top 3 or 4 players in the league. That guy's the most dominant center I've ever watched. Let's just hope he gets
anymore, man.
Well, listen, let's hope he does this year. That's our only hope, DeeTer. I mean, us burying the guy ain't going to make him stay healthy. Let's surround this fucking situation with good energy and maybe he makes a comeback.
We were in the bottom 3 of the standings with 24 wins and 58 losses, man.
Well, we weren't in the bottom 3. We were the 5th worst, which is good.
In our Eastern Conference is saying,
yeah, right,
number 13 out of 15.
Right. So here's the thing: you're the 5th worst team. If everything falls as it should now with this lottery, that's anybody that's watching. If you're just getting into sports, the NBA lottery, it's near, it's fixed. So anybody, and if you don't think it is, do your homework and look at the fucking numbers in the past and all the scenarios. Jeez, man, that league was like, let's figure out how to fix the draft, and they're like, boom, and they did it, and they're still doing it. The NBA is the most fucking inefficient crooked league in the world. Crooked is a fucking yeah,
it's bad, dude. It's a bad product.
It is, and it's a bleeding product. And the ratings are plummeting. The players are taking over the game. They're getting paid more than ever and playing less than ever. A lockout's looming. Listen, you can fix the game, guys. I know I'm just some fucking fan from, but here's how you fix the game. Shh. Remember when the ratings were at their highest ever in the 90s? Remember how that game was? Figure out a way to bring it back. Earn a foul. Don't call 18,000 fouls a game. I don't want to hear a whistle every 6.5 seconds. It's like a fucking speed bump on a highway. Let them play the fucking game. Stop making it so soft and stop having your referees fucking rig it so they can make an extra fucking $12K in their pocket. That's how you want to fix the game. That's your answer. If anybody's watching these fucking NBA, they should be watching the show. Trust me when I tell you, do that formula and you'll fucking bring it right back. NHL, same thing. Listen.
Yeah, well,
I get it.
We got a comment here. Greg says Flyers had a decent run after Torch was fired.
You know what that was, right? Bless. Damn, go, son. You gotta go wipe something up, dude. Jeez, good Lord. Dude. Jolly. And you know what? The Flyers fired Tortorella fucking like 8 months too late. Like, what are you doing? What were they doing? I don't know.
Yeah, that just don't make no sense, man. Just let him fucking go for the season and fire him after. Why would you fire him a couple games beforehand, dude? Like, and then they go on a winning spree after they fired him. Like, what the fuck, dude?
If anybody has watched this show, what we've been on now, 3 years, 3.5. I for about 1.5 years, I've been on listen, John Tortorella got to go. And last year when his team quit on him and they had one of the most monumental collapses in Flyers history, the writing on the wall was there. And Danny Briere and Keith Jones, the 2 new heads of the operation, hey, everything's going to change and be different under Briere and Jonesy. Then the first major move you had to make, you fucking flubbed. You flubbed it and you set your franchise back 3 years. What you should have done, and they knew it, was go hire Berube, a former Flyer coach, and a guy that's won a Stanley Cup as a head coach in this league. It was there for you. It was on a silver platter. Here, take it. Then what they do, they sat on their fucking hands because Danny Briere's a fucking pussy and kept John Tortorella because he was too scared to fire him. And Berube goes to Toronto. You know what Toronto, the playoffs are starting right now. You know where they are? They're the number 1 seed in the East.
No, they're not. Oh,
look it up.
Jesus Christ.
Like, what were they? Oh, dude, I can't with these fucking people anymore, dude. Put me in the front office of all 4 teams, and I'll raid with an iron fist. No, I'm just joking. I'll be too high all the time.
Oh shit.
That's good beer right there. That is fucking good beer. Jeez, that is a fucking next level beer. Whew. What are your gummies kicking into?
No, man, my sinus is
I know.
My nose on the side like an idiot, man. Like, goddamn, dude.
Listen, I feel your pain, cuz I was there too. Something's out there. I think that they're all the chemtrails. I think they're dosing us.
Well, I'm getting my Guardians ready. I got new Grove bed and everything like that. So it's outside all day.
How the koi doing?
They're good, man. They're good. I'm trying to get the water a little bit cleared up now that it's warmer out. So.
Yeah, I gotta ask you. Do you name them? Do you name your fish?
No, I don't name.
You liar!
I do not name my fish.
You're lying.
Nah, I've had the same 5 koi now for like about 4 years.
You don't got names for them?
No, I did.
Anybody watching our show, we're doing a poll. Do you think DeeTer has names for him? And if not, can we get some name suggestion for his 5 koi? We got a big Thailand contingent on this show too, by the way. So, guys, can I hear from you, please?
Well, I have a fish tank inside, and fish die all the time, dude. I mean, they last
so does everything
years.
on the planet,
right? So I didn't really get close to my fish, but my koi in the pond, they go through everything, man. I don't know how to survive in the winters and such.
I think after that kind of survival, they've earned names, DeeTer.
Names, yeah.
I would like listen. If you could take 5 weeks, but I would like to hear the name of the fish. I think the audience would like to hear. I mean, I think everybody's tuned in now. I'm gonna see. I know I'm gonna see Sue. She's probably sleeping right now. Did DeeTer name his fish? I'm like, he's fucking better at Mike Rozier. You know he's gonna want you to name them fish.
I'm not
naming. You're gonna be like, DeeTer named them fish yet?
Oh, you're crazy, dude.
Why not?
Maybe.
Some say
they
crazy.
Ain't gonna answer to the fish. You know what I mean? They don't have ears.
I don't know. I don't know. They're still living creatures, man.
Oh my god!
I'd be out there getting high just talking to them. Like, listen, I'd have names for all of them. I'd have nicknames for all of them by this point, and probably a couple nicknames for some of them. Like my dog has a name, dude, but I call my dog 9 different names, and she recognizes all of them.
I'm surprised they lived through that winter.
That's
man.
good, man. Listen,
crazy,
they're your friends now, bro. You better take care of them fucking things.
I got a cat. My cat's got a name. That's good enough, dude.
What's your cat's name?
Coco.
That's cool.
KO. Because I had a trap all or friggin' family that was living in my neighbor's shed or whatever. And I took them all to the pound. This little one beat the trap twice. So Coco.
I got to give you credit too, man. Man, respect for that, cuz seriously, you save lives, man. And I know we joke on the show, but man. And I'm glad you did. You should. That's
the cats were going to make more cats. I was like, these got to go to the pound, man. I'm sorry, man.
I have rescued more animals than I can count in my lifetime. That's okay. It's a good thing. We're all working as one here on this fucking plane of existence. As soon as everybody starts realizing that shit will get better. That's a good fucking beer.
Do I bring the koi in the winter? Nah, dude. My kois are freaking huge, dude. Now I got a heater out in the pond, dude.
How deep is your pond?
I would say about 3 feet, something like that.
That's it?
Really? Yeah, it's there's 2 different shelves, maybe 4, but I think it's like 3. But it's about like 9 feet wide. It's huge. And they have plenty of.
Are they still moving in the winter? Like if there's ice over there, are they
they hibernate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they go dormant. They go to the bottom.
Well, I know it works because I go over to the park here in our township park, and they got a lake full of fucking koi in there, and every year they're back. And so I feel like there's more every year.
Well, funny Jeff, he came on.
Yeah, Jeff.
He curls them up in the winter and tosses new ones in the spring. Secrets out. Oh shit!
What kind of fish tacos do you eat, motherfucker?
Yeah. Oh shit!
Jeff's hilarious. What up, Jeff? Well, I know this is crazy, but I think I might even be getting ready to go on my 3rd beer on the fucking less than an hour, dude. I better find a session here.
Kicking my butt. So Flyers wise, we'll be looking at the draft. Are we going to be a decent number, or
I think so. I think they're bottom 5 or 6, right? Because didn't they lose tonight?
Yeah, they lost tonight.
Right, and Buffalo was trying to lose too. So aren't we like a 5, like the 5th worst? Almost like the Sixers and Flyers are running on parallel train courses, and the Eagles and Phillies are doing the same. That's why the Phillies are going to win the World Series this year, because they're on the same trajectory as the Eagles.
We're bottom on the Eastern Conference. We were 33 wins and 39 losses.
Right. So what's the point? You had what? How many points?
Oh, points. 76. This is points, right? 76.
Yeah. Well,
I think
they're bottom 5. I think they're bottom 5, maybe 6. But it's good that they lost to Buffalo tonight, because Buffalo was fighting with us for that shit the bed fucking record. Like, we got to keep losing games. It sucks when your team gets to that point.
Well, we're tied with Kraken 76. Sharks are 52. And you have Blackhawks are 61. Predators are 68. And then we're tied with the Bruins too. Bruins and the Kraken 76.
So that's what I said, like 5, right? We're tied for 5th.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. DeeTer, fuck. I'm gonna go, as Christopher Walken would say, fuck.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm gonna get another beer, and it's gonna be another double IPA, and we're under an hour on this fucking show. They're the guy's a machine. I just come to win game.
Well, dude, we don't have a whole lot of sports to talk about, so we're going to get drunk.
You know what I will talk about? You know what I will talk about is the Phillies won today, motherfuckers. Everybody's out there. Listen, get ready with the Ricky rant button. Let me find a beer, and you can do a Ricky rant button on this.
Okay, all right.
Or maybe not. Maybe I'll fade out because all the weed. It's been known to happen.
We still haven't gotten into the Phillies yet, so we got to talk about that stuff.
I'm trying to look for, isn't it bad when you're looking for the fucking ABV on a beer?
Oh, my God, dude. Starting to feel a little bit better after the 2 beers, man. The sinuses kind of went away a little bit.
Nice. See, that beer is the healer, just like weed.
Yeah. Go, Phil.
All right. I'm going with this one. It's a freak folk beer.
Oh, shit. That's cool, dude.
Yeah, but they're always fucking weird and macabre and dark. They're like, oh, we're spooky. Yeah, whatever. The Troon does the same thing, and electric and fucking whatever. That's cool. I don't care. Whatever your flavor, your style is, you do your thing. I don't care. I don't judge nobody. I'm going with Cultish. That's a creepy name. It is a double dry hopped.
Oh shit!
Jeez, it's so dark out here. Double dry hop. Answer me this: Theolized IPA. Do you know that term yet? Theolized.
Theolized.
It says
hop.
I think it's a hop process or a brewing process.
Theolized. Huh.
This is the first time I'm seeing this on a can. Yeah, wow. Hey, we're breaking fucking news. Double dry hop, Theolized double IPA. You can look that up. You're like fucking Kit, dude.
Well, dude, I'm not seeing much on this one, dude. Theolized.
Put Theolized in beer. It's THEOLIZED.
Oh, ZED. Okay.
Yeah.
ZED. Okay, I got you. Theolized. Okay. Are a type of hop, typically haze or juicy, that is theolized yeast strain to enhance tropical fruit aromas. These yeasts are genetically modified and release aromatic compounds that are called theolists. So basically, New England style IPA. Cool. Let's have another name for it, guys. Let's have another name for this process. What the hell, dude?
That's all you had to say, motherfucker. I'm in.
Oh man, dude. Good God.
Yes. So, grabbing the gummy.
Okay. Ant said, "Great brewery. Their West Coast style is better." Okay.
You know, Ant was in the other day. I was rapping with him, and he was saying
beer, man.
No, listen. Listen. I love talking beer with Ant, dude. One of my favorite people to talk beer with. We're at teach their own. I'm glad there are still West Coast IPA fans out there, but I can't get down with them anymore. Once in a while, and teach their own. I don't judge. I don't care, but
yeah, Jeffrey's the same way, man. He'll grab a West Coast once in a while. I'm like, ugh, nah, man, that's too bitter for me, man. Too resin and bitter grassiness.
The high IBUs.
Yeah, man. Back in the day,
listen, back in the day, that was our jam, dude. Yeah. Remember Heady
before
Topper?
You could get a New England style, you know?
Pliny.
That was it. But it's like
fucking blind
taking a handful of grass and just like squeezing it into your beer pretty much. It's I'm not big on the West Coast anymore.
Ooh, whoa, let me tell you what. This fucking beer got a nose on her.
It looks beautiful, man. It looks nice.
Ooh,
that bright orange color.
Whoa, let me tell you what.
But that being said, me talking bad about West Coast style IPAs. Pliny the Elder.
I'm not talking bad.
Pliny the Elder is still pretty good. They're still good, like West Coast, like. But I have to be like in the mood for that stuff.
I agree. Listen, DeeTer, I actually know I'm like, a minute ago, I'm like, I hate West Coast. That does not mean I hate Pilsners too. But guess what? I drink fucking Pilsners all the time. By me saying I hate the beer doesn't mean I'm not. It's just it's in talk.
Right.
I hate sours, but I drink them sometimes.
I haven't had a sour in a long time, thank God.
You haven't. I'm in the beer business. I gotta bring shit in. I gotta taste this shit.
Yeah, you got it right. You have to know what it is. Yeah, Pilsners.
Not that I know what it is. Listen, I should damn well be a certified Cicerone. I mean, the amount of beer I try and the amount I have to write,
right?
And
you gotta sell this stuff. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So my palate has to taste something. I have to be able to take it from taste bud to words.
Right.
Beer definitely. Everything I have to try. I'm like, oh, I hate Pilsners. Yeah, I don't really hate Pilsners. I don't want to beat them up and take their lunch money, but I don't prefer them. But I drink Pilsners. You know, I drink sours, and I'm not a fan, but I'll drink them.
And your place is like the mecca of South Jersey craft beer, pretty much, man.
Actually, the Redhead is way better. And shout out to Andrew at Reddit, dude. They do a great job on that. And same with the Mile, dude. And same with Kid Rips, man. These guys are putting out great tap lists.
If you're going to the House of Brews, you go to the House of Brews, you know it's going to be a good beer. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't know where that place is, but it sounds fucking fourth place to me.
Oh, you're awesome, man. That's
Listen.
so funny. Dude, Redhead is good. And Miles good too, man. Well, Hobbs got like a good location, good people come in and everything.
Well, I think what makes that place good. I think what makes that place good, though, more than anything, is atmosphere and energy. You know what I mean? You could go anywhere and find anything, but I think with there, it's like you're like, I don't know, you get in a vibe, and like I say, it's the Cheers of South Jersey. And when you're there, you almost feel like you're being in an episode of Cheers.
It's all the Navy guys that go in there. That's what it is.
Well, I think Aaron and my boy Johnny King would say otherwise. You got the Army crew that comes
guys,
in there.
Yeah,
oh, dude,
you got the Army guys too.
Aaron will fuck you up, DeeTer, if he hears that. You and Pittsburgh, Bill.
Oh my God, he was rocking out his phone, just sitting there watching TV, man.
He was out there again today. Dude, Aaron's just like, fucking man, I don't care. I had a stroke. I'm gonna still walk around everywhere, hip in my head. He's like the Snoop Dogg that had a stroke. Yeah. And he's the coolest cat. He's
the nicest dude in the world, man.
He's a nice guy.
Jeff goes, what does he listen to? Like Family Feud or something?
It was Family Feud, dude. At one point, I'm like, is that? Oh,
he's like, I had enough of you guys. I just want to sit here and drink.
He's like, I wish they would just shut the fuck up. They were there talking about beer. Beer tastes like beer.
Oh my god, dude, he's faulty, dude. He's a good guy.
He is. Him and Mike too, and all the crew up there. Shout out to them, Bonnie, Sue, Franny, fucking Kim, Pittsburgh, Billy the K. Ah, that's the cat right there. That's my spirit animal, fucking Billy Kranick. I'm gonna tell you what, this Freak Folk beer is fucking good. Like, I mean, next level good. I don't know what Theolized is, but this is a 4.85 on Untapped out of 5.
It's probably just the yeast strain they're using or something like that with a reading. So let's hop into some Phillies, man.
Yeah. Oh, I do. Real quick. And like I said, I gave you a shout out a bunch of times, kid, because I love you. But Philly Stifle, trending in the AM. I know you guys are hard on the Phils, and I know we go back and forth all week and butt heads. But listen, this is April baseball. Get ready for the Ricky rant because it's going to go for like 5 minutes. This is April baseball. Okay. Oh my God. Aaron Nola lost 4 games. His velocity's down a mile and a half. I know. I know.
When has Nola ever started?
He's from Louisiana. He's from Louisiana. The hotter it gets, the better he gets. Right. And guess what? Same with the Phillies, guys. This is April baseball. Everybody's burying it. Fire Topper. Brandon Marsh, the worst player ever in the game. I know. Dude. But meanwhile, the Phillies. Hey guys, guess what? The Phillies are 11-8. Do you know where they're at in the NL East? Second. Do you know what the first place team is at? Not that it matters in April. 11-7. Do you know how many games out of first place we are? A half of a game. Fucking-lax. It's April. The 08 Phillies. The 08 Phillies. Remember the one that were on the World Series? That amazing team, Brad Lidge, Vaughn, and Chooch, Chuck. You know what they did in April? 15-12. We're 11-8 right now. Relax. The 2022 Phillies that went to the World Series a couple of years ago, 11-11 in April. The 09 Phillies that also went to the World Series that lost, but went at 11-9. Everybody, if I can have one message, Phil, I hope you're watching, kid. I love you to death, but listen, breathe, dude. Breathe. It's April baseball. Do you think what you're seeing now is what you'll be seeing in late August? No. This is a really good fucking team, like really, really good. In the last 3.5 years in Major League Baseball, they're top 4 in wins. Stop beating this team up. It's April baseball. Relax, breathe. Talk to me in August.
Workout with Nona. Workout.
But yeah, man, like, dude, it's too early for that, dude. It's too early.
Seriously,
for that,
listen.
I think what it is, you know, it's like we had a really shitty Sixers, really shitty Flyers,
and everybody's down. Yeah, everybody's down, trodden right now. Sad.
But hey, you know, these teams had to lose to hopefully get better draft picks and do something different because they're just sitting there.
The Phillies are not the Sixers or Flyers,
right? The Phillies are the Eagles. Have been sitting at mediocrity for years now. You know, something's got to change.
Listen, I'm going to say this with the Phillies. This team, literally, not that we shouldn't even be talking about this right now in April, and sitting at 11-8, a half game out of first place. Relax.
They're fine.
Breathe. This is how the hotter it gets, the hotter our team gets. That's just how it is. And listen, that's their MO. That is their modus operandi. All right. You want to talk about back in the baseball card, and that's what you are. You're your averages. Relax. Your team over the last 3 years has given you a reason to be able to relax.
It's not a sprint. It's like cross country.
It's a marathon.
Yeah, you're gonna go ways, man.
It's 162 games in the regular season. That's what's the playoffs.
You better hope they get fucking fired up in the playoffs, man, because the last couple of playoff seasons have been shit.
All right, here's what I'm gonna say. I feel like the Eagles and the Phillies since 2022 are on parallel.
Pretty good,
Nice.
dude.
Yeah.
Mugs, heavy reel.
Nice.
Pretty solid beer. All right.
I feel like the Eagles and Phillies over the last 3 years are on parallel planes, right? Actually, and if you look at it, it is. 3 years ago, they were both in the Super Bowl or World Series, the championship round, whatever you want to call it. The 2 years following, both stumbled, lost in playoffs earlier than we thought they should. Oh, we're mad. Oh, fire Sirianni. Get rid of Hurts. Phillies lose early. Fire Rob Thompson. Get rid of Harper. Listen, if it's going on the same trajectory like I think it is and what I see it is over the last 3 years, everybody, you're about to see 2 parades in Philly this year. Relax. You have a really good fucking team. This is a team that is a top 3 or 4 winning team over the last 3 years in baseball. All right? Relax. Enjoy the fucking ride. Everybody's like, it's not the destination, it's the journey. Guess what we're on right now, guys? The journey. Make it enjoyable. Have fun with it. Stop Debbie Downer in this shit, man.
Some reason my buddy Joe out in Georgia, he's not a Topper fan. He used to live in Jersey.
That's fine. I don't care. But the guy's
I don't get it, man. The guy's a winning coach.
That's all he does. Think about this. DeeTer, think about this. Before Topper took the job here as the manager, we're going now, it's 3.5 years. All he's done is take our team to the playoffs every single year. Guess what? Before Topper, do you know how long it was? Before a fucking decade. The Phillies missed the playoffs for a literal fucking decade, 10 years. And Topper comes in, and all he's done since he's got here is get you to playoffs every year. Why? People did the same thing to Nick Sirianni at the end of the Eagles last year. The fire Sirianni. Why? The guy's just fun. Listen, it's hard to win championships. Only one team does it every year. But this Phillies team is right there, man. Take their back. Be their support system instead of the person that's fucking kicking them while they're down. Seriously, that's where Negadelphia comes from. Build these fucking teams up. Stop fucking burying them, man. Dogfight getting us into playoffs every year for the last 4 years. Don't beat these teams up. Beat up the Flyers and the Sixers. These in that fucking jerk-offs that can't build a fucking team that missed the playoffs. Well, actually, the Sixers, only 1 year. So, bury the Flyers.
How do you feel about the playoff tournament for the basketball?
What, the play-in?
Yeah, man. Like, I think that's correct, dude.
Well, I
feel like if you're in that bracket, man, like, you should be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
There should be, like, a playoff tournament to get into the playoffs.
That's a great point, DeeTer. And, I mean, that is actually a great point. Because, you know what? I don't know. I don't know. That you're right. I see both sides of it, and I think you're right. Like, whereas a team that earned the 7 or 8 seed earned it.
How many tournaments do NBA need in a season, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
come on, man.
That's
a good point, man.
You're trying to promote this sport, but we don't need tournaments. We need better, like,
they water it down.
It's so cheesy, dude.
It's like, that's a great word, dude, for it.
We're just gonna promote it more, you know. We're gonna, tournaments are on top of tournaments. You know, let's not fix the game.
That's
just to have another tournament. Yeah, it doesn't work, dude. It doesn't work.
You're right. I couldn't have said it any better myself. Seriously, what are you guys doing, man? Why? So the NBA was like, oh, in the 90s, you know, or actually, a lot of the 80s. Let's say like 83 to like, you know, the early 2000s, like, man, your game was really flourishing. You did it the right way. And they're like, well, I got a great idea. Let's change it. Oh, really? That's a great idea. Get fucking jackass over there, fucking new Porsche.
People are buying basketball jerseys. Let's change it. You know,
sometimes people are always like, don't live by cliches. Man, cliches earn that rep. Cliches work. Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Listen, in the 90s, aspect of life, no matter everybody had it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Works always.
Everybody had like a basketball jersey in the 90s. You know what I mean?
Well, think about it.
everybody was wearing.
Let them play the game in the 90s. Now it's a foul. It's a whistle every 4 seconds. Listen, you know what? It's not the NBA anymore. It's the NRA. It's the National Referees Association. The refs ruling. Fire all these. Get them out. Just shoot them in a cannon in space. Why are the referees running the NBA? I don't want to know a referee's name, but I know like 4 or 5 of them. Get them out. And listen, I want to say this. Get on a Ricky rant for this.
We had enough Ricky rants. I think we had enough.
I'm going to do one more. It's got to be one more. Why are the referees still calling games in baseball?
Yeah,
we have the technology. We don't need them to call balls and strikes anymore. Why is it?
Right.
Get the ABS system in there. What are we waiting for?
I think there should be a person there just as a human, I get it
to call safe route on a slide at home plate. That's fine. But why are you still using human beings to call balls and strikes? Where the technology we have is 99.8%.
Clearly shows if it's in the box or not. It clearly shows it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how good these refs' eyes are, but you're not getting accurate, dude.
That great, but it's not a knock on them. I'm not like trying. Listen, I'm right. All right, I'm gonna let everybody know this that watches this in 50 years from now. I'm pro-human. I'm never on the side of the machines. I'm never on the side of the computers. But in this situation in baseball, use the computers to call balls and fucking strikes. Like on minimalist stuff like that. Fine, it's good to use computers. But anytime else, pro-human.
Pro-human. Oh shit! But yeah, I hear you, man. It's silly. You know what I mean? It's totally.
It is. Silly. I don't know why it's still happening.
Right. Oh my god, dude!
What are your gummies kicking in, cuz? You're there. Oh my god!
I do not take gummies. I don't take gummies. No.
I don't think so either.
No, I'm not a cannabis guy. Not me.
Me neither. I'm not going to do cannabis.
So the Phillies won today, right?
Yes.
6-4 against the Giants.
Yes. And guess what? The Giants against the Giants seems really good. You split a series with the Giants. Yeah. I was like, the Phillies suck. They're half game out of first. God damn it. What the fuck are we doing here? Everybody calm the fuck down, man.
Dude,
calm down.
The Sixers and the Flyers totally fucked us this year, man. There was nothing to watch.
The Sixers and Flyers be Sixers and Flyers. Let's not let it bleed into our Phillies.
Well, you know, Philadelphia is diehard Phillies.
Negadelphians, though.
But spring training. We're watching spring training games and such, dude. You know what I mean? Like, we love the Phillies.
Listen, no matter how bad we are. We epitomize passion as far as the sports scene. I don't care what anybody tells me. Listen, we live and die for it. That's even the guys I'm arguing with, like shout out to Phil, that are burying the Phillies every time they lose. But I'm always like, listen, we live and die with our teams. You know what I mean? That's passion. That's passion. Do you think people in fucking Kansas City care if the Royals lose a game on Wednesday? Probably not as much as we do. People go nuts. Yeah. Oh my god, the Phillies suck. Fire Rob Thompson. What? Are you kidding me? What?
Out of the cities I've been to, like New York, Philly, Chicago, Philly is an immense sports
the most passionate sports city in the world.
Great food. And great beer too. I would say
people don't realize, you don't know you're in the good old days till the good old days are gone. We're the mecca of the sports universe. Philadelphia.
Boston's pretty good with their sports and their food.
Oh yeah, they're right there with us. And New York, no, not New York.
Yeah, not New York.
Fuck them. Boston. Yeah, Boston only.
Like even Chicago is kind of. They got their multiple teams and all, so it's like
Chicago's a badass sports city too.
Love Philly, dude.
Listen, that's why. Listen, that's who we are. That's what we do. And do what it do.
It's even good for like wrestling events, man. Like last year, WrestleMania in Philly, it was insane, dude. I can't wait
there again this year.
It's in Vegas this year. It's gonna be awesome, dude. This weekend's gonna be nuts.
What's this weekend?
WrestleMania.
I thought you just said WrestleMania was in Philly.
Last year. Yeah.
So what? All right. Next one's this Saturday?
Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
It's a 2-day event.
That's great marketing. You know, the dastardly deed that was doing the marketing. Let's take it from 1 day and make it 2.
Well, what they did in Philly, it was like 5 days because they did Raw, they did WrestleMania on Saturday and Sunday. They
Genius
did an NXT
marketing
event, and then they did SmackDown and Raw. So they're going to do the same thing in Vegas, and all those 5 days they have like a convention center, like where you can meet and greet wrestlers, and you got to pay for that too. So, dude, hand over fist making like money, dude. It's crazy.
Genius marketing. Matrix. I'm just kidding. It's the Matrix. Just kidding. They're gonna shut the lights go out. You're out of here.
Cut her cable off.
Agent Smith shows up. Agent Smith, I'm like, fuck. He's like Anderson. I'm just talking about, and he's like, how about I give you the finger and you give me my one phone call? Remember when Neo was Mr. Anderson was talking to the agent? There's about 4 people watching this show that just got that reference. And that's why we do it. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know where, I think we're at 111, which is a great time. I might go, it might be the first ever podcast where I went with my 4th beer.
Let's get into the Phillies. How about like some of the fielding errors? You know what I mean? Like, are we seeing a lot of that?
I don't know. No, they don't call no fucking errors anymore. They're never calling. I'm watching plays. I'm like, that's an error. Nope, it's a hit. I'm like, really?
Oh, well, whatever. The Rojas one was pretty big last week. You know,
listen, can I do a Ricky Rant on Rojas? I love you, kid.
Did like 3 rants already.
You're a nice kid. You're a nice kid. You're a nice kid, Rojas, but you're not a major league player, and you've already cost us probably 2 wins this year.
Yeah,
you're a minor league player. I'm glad you got speed and you're good at defensively, but you gotta go. You gotta go, dude.
Well, what about Trey Turner, man? He had a couple of errors too.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not a Trey Turner fan. I don't like Trey Turner at all. I didn't like when they signed him, and I don't like him now. He's a fucking prick.
All right. Well, we're at 110. I think that's a pretty good night for the show. You know, cut it out. Yeah. We're all out. Ricky Rant.
Tell you what.
Hey, thanks for watching the show. And thanks for commenting, everybody.
Start doing Ricky Rants when I open the fridge and doing what's in your fridge when I do a Ricky Rant, just to see who's paying attention. Just saying.
We'll figure that out. Yeah, we'll try that sometime, maybe. All right. So check us out every Thursday night, 10 p.m. on the BGSE Network. Later. See you.